YouTube won't pay me. And I have personally lost well over $10,000 in potential ad revenue due to a bug or glitch. But it's not only me, this same exact issue is also facing hundreds, if not thousands of other creators on the YouTube platform. And it's sad at the end of the day that we have to resort to Twitter, YouTube, other social media platforms to try and get proper help with this issue on our channels. Because it's not only me, but also dozens of other creators who have posted their screenshots, reaching out to creator support, YouTube support, and continuously end up at a dead end. And I have been on the YouTube platform for well over a decade, on and off through different channels, continuing to create content, which is something that I personally enjoy and love to do. But this is something that I have never experienced and never faced in all these years on YouTube. And I cannot stress enough just how incredibly frustrating this is. Again, not only for myself, but the hundreds, thousands of other creators facing this exact same issue. Now, if you haven't heard of this issue yet, I do want to, of course, explain that in this video here today, as well as provide maybe some potential insights, updates, and other information just so that everybody is as up to date and up to speed on everything that we know of so far. So this invalid traffic bug or glitch, and I use quotes here in particular, started right around November 16th. This is when a bunch of us noticed that our channels started getting flagged with this little notification, which you may have seen this as well, marked as ads have been limited on one or more of your videos due to invalid traffic. Now, I've seen hundreds of other creators post about this exact same issue. I will post some of their screenshots up on screen here, where they're all facing the same notification around the same time. Now, some people may have been affected with this bug or glitch around the November 16th. That's when most people started facing this issue. Some people didn't face this until December, January, February, March, or even in this month of April now, since it's been 5 months ongoing with this continuous issue. Now, basically what happened is that YouTube has some sort of problem. Now, engineers are looking into this issue, but YouTube will not publicly admit that or really explain that to most creators. They just say or send you help articles with, hey, this is what invalid traffic is. But the funny enough thing is that none of us have invalid traffic, and our channels are being flagged with invalid traffic, right? When none of us even have invalid traffic. A lot of the traffic sources, even for my channel, is YouTube search, browse features, suggested videos, all traffic sources that are owned and managed directly from YouTube. And funny enough, this isn't even the first time that this has happened on YouTube. Apparently a couple years ago, I wasn't even really aware of this when it happened, but a bunch of other creators faced this exact same issue. I believe it was around the end of 2020 when invalid traffic notifications were popping up on a bunch of other creators' channels as well. There was also an article on Forbes which covered this exact issue a couple of years ago when it happened, and it was resolved within about a month and a half. But this current issue that's been going on now for about 5 months is still unresolved. John, who also covered the article on Forbes, covered the same issue recently back in March of this year, talking about the exact same issue, interviewing a bunch of different creators who face the same issue that I do as well on my channel, as well as dozens of other channels as well. And yet, we still do not really have a direct answer from YouTube, and it helps to get the word out there, which is also why I'm making this video here today, because it at least gives us all a shred of hope that maybe it will reach the right person, maybe it will help expedite this process of getting all of our channels fixed sooner. Now, oddly enough, myself included, a few channels did get fixed, but only for a limited amount of time. My channel itself was actually fixed for about 20 days to a month, around February 21st through March 16th, around that time frame. It was actually fixed on my channel. As you can see here in the chart, you can see that the desktop ads are actually been re-enabled on the channel for that period of time. Now, I didn't do anything at all on my channel. It just miraculously one day I woke up and hey, look at that. My channel seems to be fixed. But then just as quickly as it was fixed, It was then unfixed and the same invalid traffic issue reappeared on my channel, which is the same thing that a bunch of other creators face as well, where maybe it's temporarily fixed, but that doesn't seem to last, at least for a lot of us. And when your channel is hit with this ads have been limited and due to invalid traffic, basically the current bug is where desktop ads seem to not be playing on my channel as well as a bunch of other channels. That seems to be what the bug is triggering and causing this issue where it's not showing those ads. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, many creators, myself included, rely on this income from YouTube, and it is extremely challenging, extremely difficult, and quite frankly, very frustrating being a creator on this platform where we seem to get no answer, no real resolution on this case, despite the dozens and dozens of attempts reaching out to creator support, ultimately leaving at dead ends. And it begins to face a lot of us questioning, should we even continue to create content on the platform if we're not going to be compensated for it, if ads are not able to be played on our channel, because due to the fact that most of us do make a majority of the earnings on our channels to continue to support the channel, to be able to continue to create content, helpful tutorials and content for you guys watching. It's through that YouTube ad revenue. Now, of course, some channels do have affiliates or sponsors, but at the end of the day, the YouTube ad revenue is a huge chunk of that pie. And if we're not earning that money, it makes it incredibly difficult to continue and create content on YouTube. Now, I hope and pray for my channel and all of your channels who may be also potentially impacted by this bug that it will get fixed and resolved soon. But that's been the same thing I've been saying since November, December. Really, months and months have gone on, and yet there has still been no real fix on this issue. I hope engineers are actually looking into this and really fixing it, but the fact that this has still gone on for 5 months, and the fact that I know that I will not be retroactively compensated either for all of that time of lost revenue because there's no ads being displayed, at least on desktop, which is really where most of the ad revenue is for my channel. It's just, I know that money won't ever come back to me. And it's just incredibly frustrating that, we continue to wait and wait and wait for a potential solve or fix, and yet there still is none. And hey, maybe this video will reach the right person at YouTube and help to get this issue up the flagpole and of importance, and the fact that we need help with our channels. Okay, we need help. If you want to reach out to me directly, or if you want to just follow me on Twitter, that will be linked right here. It's at Brennan_Valeski. You can follow me on Twitter. If you want to stay up to date with the latest things that seem to be happening or whatever I post about this, whether it be screenshots or different things, you can feel free to get in contact with me there. Or, it's just this issue I hope gets solved soon for all of us. And please, if you've been facing the same problem, do not hesitate to also leave a comment down below in the comments section. Smash the like button, hit the share button as well. Whatever you could do or I could do to help get this message out to more people. I hope that at the end of the day, all of our channels get fixed soon. Thank you for watching.